Well, I got these printed. I mounted this part, and I set this part in. I found an error, so I have to make a little change to that, but it's not a big deal. And I've gone ahead and started to print the outer piece, which will be done in black. No, that's not right. I already printed the outer piece in black. Oh, I'm so sorry. I had a brain freeze there. Oh, I know what I'm printing there. I'm printing the side of the tender. Let me change hands because I'm right-handed here. I'm printing this part here, and I'm printing these two corners, this part here and this part over here, the corners. And there's what it's going to look like if I can get it in angled angle here. There we are. Not too bad. As you can see, I just tried to follow the template that I was given by Leon. It's about 2 or 3 millimeters longer. That's because I put these corners on. I can show you how the corners work, right? See, the corners are going to add some length here and some length over here. But we can squeeze it in if we decide that we need to. That'll be fine. I've pushed this over. That's where I had to get the more space. This allows me to put in that really nice speaker that I found. I want to oval this hole so oval it this way actually, so that as it rotates, those wires don't get tugged on in any way. And this wire coming out is still open. They come up here and they all go back this way, so that's fine. I went ahead and designed the rear. I put in the bolt pattern for the fan. It hit me that, you know what, if I have this plate, I can just mount the fan here, raise it up a few millimeters off the bottom, and it will be perfectly positioned to suck air out of the back of the engine, back of the tender. It'll suck that air out. I'll put a spacer in here, and it'll bounce off this flat plate, and it'll go out to the sides, and all 4 sides will be open so the air can escape. And when you look at it, there may or may not be screw holes. I don't know. There probably will be screws there, but I can get black screws or something like that. So it'll just look like a flat plate on top of a bigger plate, and you won't even notice it. Well, I mean, you might notice it, but it's not going to be too bad. And it doesn't stick out. I only have a 2 millimeter gap. I know I need room for air, but you can see it's just a millimeter or 2 from the edge there. So I think that should do what I need, give us some surface. And then all I need to do here, if I decide this shape is right, I just make a duplicate over there. Actually, I don't even have to do that. I have a trick. There's a function. I'll see if I can find it here. Yeah, there, look at that. Mirror. Yes, I can make a mirror image. So if I put all my details on this and Leon helps me and we end up with something we like, then I simply make a mirror image of it and we have 2. And I do that at print time. I can do it at print time, or I can do it at the exit time of the thing. So the afternoon was spent pretty much building the rest of this. Meanwhile, this part has been pretty well tested out. I didn't spend any time working on this piece here. And I can tell you what I'm finding, what I want to do, and I don't know if I can or not. I'm going to see if I can come up with something on this. Let's see what I can come up with here. Not that. Let's see if I can come up with something here to show you that. Okay, here we go. That's not going to let me. I can somehow find a reference, and then I can rotate this, and it actually drills a hole down lower. That's all I'm going to do. And I'll find a way to do that with this tube that's in there already. I'm just going to rotate it on an axis, and that's how I'm going to do it. Somehow. See, what I thought I could do is just rotate this, but it's getting mad at me. It lets me do a littlest bit, but not, I can't break out. You see how I can start to do it, but it just doesn't like it. So I'll have to figure out how to get around that. And I'll be able to do that. So what's this? Oh, that's the hang. I think that thing's done. I think that's done pretty well. And then this is this, and this I need to move that down. I have this part already mounted. It looks pretty good. It's on a little weak angle, but I got bigger screws. I'm gonna put bigger screws in. That's why I put 3 in. I put 3 in because I want to. This supports a lot of the weight and a lot of the power distribution stuff. I want to make sure it doesn't dip down, because if it dips down, it could short out on the motor controller, and we don't want that. Everything's running so well. I just want to keep it running well. But I really need to make more room so I can package this with that speaker in there. It's so awesome. Oh, and then I got to worry about the lid, and the lid's going to sit down on top. I know it's going to be a little goofus because it's going to have these corners now, but I don't think it's going to be bad. I don't know. We'll see. If you guys hate it, I might be able to make something out of it. We'll see. See what it looks like. I had to think of ease of assembly, you know. I can't build something that's goofy or complex or difficult for hobbyists to assemble. I want it to be people to be able to assemble. I like them to be assembled like a model car kit we used to get as a kid, right? You know, for $5 you could get a Camaro plastic model, and you get it out and you paint the parts, you glue them together, and you could do that. Kid could do that. I want to be able to get it to that, like 10, 12 years old could put this thing together and it would work. I think that'd be awesome. Not saying anything about the average flyer user intelligence as a 10-year-old, but there's a lack of experience and a fear of screwing up and all that kind of crap that gets in this, and I want to get away from that. I want this to be easy to go together. If it doesn't look quite right, we can tune it, we can change it, or they can, but I need it to be easy to assemble. So this I thought came out pretty good. I'm excited about getting that done, but you know what? I have to exercise. She's already given me a bottle of water so that I can work out. God bless her. Okay, gang. So this is the progress. I've taken the day to do the body. Is what I thought I could do the body in a day, and I got pretty damn close. I didn't do the hardest part though. I didn't do the front with all that annotation to it, but I will get to that, and we'll see how it turns out. And like I said, if we have to, we can shrink it in a little bit, make it a little shorter, because as I build this up, this is now going to stick out another 4 millimeters, so it's going to be 75 millimeters. So it's going to start getting long. I don't know that matters. I mean, I can increase the distance from the engine easy enough with the drawbar, right? Just get a longer, move those holes out and all. But I'm hopeful that this comes together nicely and looks reasonable and everything can fit into it. I do not have any clue how to do the load. None. Or I haven't done this top yet either. I think that's just going to sit down on top, and may or may not be glued. I don't know. I don't think I want to have screws on top, although I could put a light bar. I know it sounds crazy, but a light bar, put 2 screws in and then glue on a bar that holds LEDs, red light and backup light, and that would hide the screws, but then it's permanently effect. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not worried. It's coming together so well. I feel good. I had a good day. I really did. Okay, I gotta go. 8 minutes. Good God. On what? Nothing. Well, we're painting. We're printing. We're doing it. We're gonna do it. It's gonna be okay. Later.